Yes, next lesson is about layers, right? So layers are very very important in any software, particularly in Photoshop. uh, First we have to understand what are layers. So in this lesson we are going to discuss about creating layers, naming layers, arranging layers, linking layers, merging layers, creating folders, and adding layers in folders. Okay, first let us understand about layers. First we create the layers, right? Then it is easy to understand. First I'll open some pictures to place there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and suppose this is, yeah, this is open. Okay, so these are the pictures opened here, separate document, and I want to place them in new window, new document. So first I want to see all these. Suppose here there is a arrow mark like displaying here. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 documents are there, right? But here the 6 documents are not opened here, right? So 3, 4, 5 only. Suppose let us click here. This is the new one, untitled one, plain document. On that I want to place this image. So unlock this one and drag and drop here. See how to do? With the left mouse, drag this and drop here. So there is arrow mark, and below there is a plus symbol is showing. Then you can drop there. Now we can remove these documents because you already added here. Okay, and then let's click here. This is the another image. So unlock first. If you want to move this one, you have to unlock this layer. Unlock this one, and now drag with the left mouse and see, this is your untitled one. Here it is showing. Don't drop there, come here. Suppose your cursor having one plus symbol, without releasing your left mouse, come here and drop there, right? Okay, because already we dropped that layer, and we can remove now, not required, and asking to save or not, no. Okay, and again this one, unlock this one, drag this one and drop here, and you remove this one. Okay, and the final one, this is unlock this one and drag and drop here. Okay, delete this also. Okay, see, these are the pictures. I want to reduce these 3 picture sizes because it is smaller. I want to make these other pictures the same. Okay, so select these pictures. How to select? First give the names. Suppose here, if you observe the side properties, in that the below there is a layers panel is there, right? If you don't see, sometimes won't visible here. So then what you do, from window menu, here it is showing layers. See, it's layers. Otherwise give the shortcut name F7. Okay, F7, layers already showing here. Okay, these are the layers. So actually I have to understand what are layers. Layers, what? The separate individual portions of the separate pictures. Suppose this is the one picture, it is displayed in one layer. A layer is like one page in a book. So book has many pages. On each page, sometimes we draw, otherwise we paste, right? We type the text, right? Each page has separate sometimes documents or whatever details we fill in that. Okay, so here the same way, each layer is like your page in a book. In a book, each page has some different objects, text or pictures are there. The same way, in layers also we give separate details in each layer. So in a book, all pages combined and it is giving as a book, one book. The same way, in a document, suppose this is the untitled document, this is the document. In this document, these are the pages or layers, right? So each document has many layers. So you can drag and drop here. Yes, attached. What is the benefit of the layers? So layers mainly they are very useful for editing your designs, editing your pictures. Sometimes suppose this is a small one, I want to reduce this size to that size. Okay, so select this layer only. Okay, where is that? Here it is. Here we have to give the name for the each layer. Without giving the name, sometimes there is a big confusion will create. So better, not better, always give names for the layers. Okay, so here puppies, and this is what? Chick. Okay, and this is what? Parrot, and this is kid. Now see, very easy to pick that particular picture. Suppose I want to pick a parrot. See, by this name easily you can find your layer. Now this time I want to pick chick. So this is okay, this is. Otherwise there is a easy method. Suppose here, if you want to choose your particular image, on that image give the right click. Suppose here I am giving right click and there is showing the top one kid. Okay, and if you observe here in layer panel, your kid is here in the last. Here it is showing kid. Click on that. So it is the activeness of the layer. Suppose it is at a chick, right? But on right click, if you choose kid, it is trying to jump here. Suppose yes, now it is jump to kid, and right click here and the parrot and see the layers here, it is jumping to parrot. The same way puppies, the same way chick, right? So these are the way to select layers. By giving the names, it is very easy to understand. And suppose I want to reduce this size. What is the benefit of the layers? Means suppose this puppies layer want to reduce the size. So because it is only one particular layer, it has only one layer. Okay, if it is merged with other layer so it is really tough to control, okay, transform. So because it is in separate layer, it is very easy. Control T I am using. Control T means from edit there is a Control T, free transform, the shortcut Control T I am using on keyboard. Control T. Now see, this is selected and I am using Shift to proportionately transform. It depends on the version of the software, which version actually you are using. In some versions, without using Shift also you can transform proportionately, right? And some the other versions no need to use Shift. So without using Shift, some versions must have to use Shift. The Shift I am using and transforming, right? Keep this here. So transform, and you have to confirm this. How to confirm? Here in optional bar there is a tick mark here. So if you press the tick mark, you are confirming this size, or otherwise if you don't confirm, use here. So I am confirming this. Click here. Yes. Now right click and come to parrot layer. Parrot. This also have to increase this, decrease the size. Control T, transform tool, and with the Shift, okay, reduce size and placing here and give the tick mark, confirmed. And the same way kid and Control T and reduce the size, okay, and this is here. Keep this here and give the tick mark. Yes, added. So 1 2 3 4 layers, right? So these are the layers. And suppose I want to create other layers in Photoshop. What are the other layers? These are the photograph image layers, right? So image layers already we gave name. Now I'm creating other layers. Suppose I'm using pen tool here. Okay, with the pen tool I don't want to fill right now, just I want to use just outline, that too in red color. Suppose here I'm using some shape, right? Within this I want to fill color now, so I'm filling color. Okay, yeah. If you observe here in layers panel, it is showing shape 1. Which shape? Some different shape, right? So itself it is giving name. No need to give name for the shapes. It is giving shape. If you want a particular name for shape, give yellow shape. How to give? Double click on that layer, right? Double click on that layer, yellow shape. Yellow shape. Okay. And then one more layer I am creating with this rectangular tool. So here I am creating one rectangle, okay, that too with the red color, and I want black outline. Now if you observe here, it is showing a rectangle because this is a rectangle shape, right? Clearly it's giving name rectangle, but here some shape. So we change the name to yellow shape, rectangle. If you want to give the name, you can double click here, red rectangle, suppose RED, red rectangle. Okay, then what are the other layers in Photoshop? Suppose here I'm using text T, okay, and give some name here, layers. I'm using layers, and here I want to add some color. Okay, so select this layer and from options bar displaying set text color. You can set text color from here or from here also you can take. So here I'm using, yes, perfect, right? Okay, now see these layers here. Text layer, it is showing in different style, indicating by T. That means it is a text layer, not image layer or any shape layer. T, and itself it is giving name layers. what will happen if I change the text here? Suppose design, 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 and give the tick mark here, confirm. So automatically text layer itself it is changing to that name. So whatever the text you type here and with the same name, it is creating a layer on the name, right? On the same name, design. Okay, see now, see how many layers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are the layers. You can create many more layers, unlimited layers. Suppose if you are working for any brochure, any hoarding or banners, whatever the design, social media post. So you want different objects, different images, shapes, textures, colors, texts, all the different type of layers you have to create, right? So as many as layers these are creating. And suppose here to create empty layer, this time I'm creating empty layer. So empty layer, where we create, see here the bottom, here it is showing this is a delete layer. If you don't want that particular layer, just you can click here, that will delete. Beside that there is a plus symbol showing, that is what, creating empty layer. Suppose here, so creating empty layer, click here. Okay, this is the layer created, layer 1. Suppose why layer 1 means nothing is there here to give any picture name. So it is empty layer itself, it is giving layer 1, nothing is there, empty, showing transparent pixels. Okay, so again one more layer if you want you can create. So layers are creating continuously. Okay, but these are the empty layers right now I don't want. So you can delete this by clicking here and asking delete the layer 2, yes. And the layer 1 also nothing is there, I am deleting this one, and yes. So these are the layers. Okay, we created layers and we gave the name, and now we want to arrange. So arrangement of the layers, suppose this is here. Okay, this kid picture is under a red box. I want to place over on the red box. How to place? Suppose find your kid layer. Yeah, where is this? This is kid layer, right? Where is your red box? Here it is, red box. Okay, so drag that red box layer under kid, or otherwise take this kid layer. See, hand symbol is showing. So when you select this any layer, your hand symbol showing, even there is a different color, light gray patch it is showing. This is means what? Active layer. When you select, this is shining, this is active layer, these are non-active layers. So after active layer, with the left mouse drag this. See, it's a blue lines are showing. Without releasing your mouse, drag over on the red rectangle, leave this here. Now see, it came here over on your box. Okay, and now the same way, now I want to send this yellow box under this puppies. So where is the yellow shape here and puppies here, right? So drag this yellow patch under this puppies, right? Gone. So the same way, the parrot layer should be come on chick. So this is the parrot layer, drag this and drop on over on chick. Okay, this is, so this way we arrange layers, we are arranging layers. Okay, next what we do, I want to move the images. Suppose the red box, I want to move this side. The same way this kid layer also want to move, but individually we are moving both these. Instead of that, select these two layers. Suppose the kid layer is here and rectangle layer is here. Okay, by pressing Ctrl on keyboard. Okay, so if you want to select all the layers, use Shift. Okay, first select any one layer, and by pressing Shift, select last layer. So between all the layers, they're automatically selected or selecting because you used Shift. So first layer and last layer, if you select the between layers, it is selecting. But this time I don't want all the layers. Some layers means this red box. Suppose after design, I want to select red rectangle. This time you have to use Control on keyboard and click left mouse. See, without selecting this kid, red selected. Now I want to check, use Control, check. Now I want yellow shape, use Control and see. So we are leaving unwanted layers and selecting your required layers. So that is the using of the Control and Shift. Okay, this time what I'll do, I want to move red patch and this baby picture so this side. So select this kid layer and I'm using Control and select the red rectangle. These two layers are active now. With move tool, move these two. See, or otherwise here, but here they must have to select both at a time. Okay, what happened if you release this one? Okay, now move this one, only kid layer only moving, not the red layer, because it is not selected. Okay, when you deselect red or kid, the only other layer only can move. Okay, to avoid this one, to attach permanently, even if you releasing your mouse, so what we do, select again this red rectangle and by pressing kid layer, by pressing Control, select the kid. Okay, so here under the layer panel showing there is a link. Okay, click on the chain link, link layers. Now see, the layers are linked each other. Even you select only one layer, red layer, and drag the red layer, automatically kid also moving. This time select only kid, selected only kid, and move this one, your red box also moving. That means what? The two layers each other connected with the chains, link, right? So that is the benefit. Now I want to include this parrot also. So this is the kid and a red rectangle. Now I'm adding to selection by pressing Control and parrot added. Okay, added, and I'm linking, right? Parrot, link this one. Now these three linked. Now I want to move red rectangle only, but these three are moving because they are linked each other. So these are called what? Linking layers. If you don't want, so you can unlink by clicking this. You are unlinking layers. Okay, next what you have to do, I want to create folders. So folder means what? When you are working on any design like brochure and all, brochure has at least 4 pages, minimum 4 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. And suppose each page has as many as layers will come, right? So this time when you're creating unlimited so many layers, your layer pen look like a clumsy, right? To avoid that, what we do, we create a folder like a briefcase. Folder is like a pouch. Suppose when you place all your loose papers in a zip bag and close the zip. So it has some closed area inside, so without dropping your loose paper. So we'll fix the zip. The same way here, by adding this one, this folder, create a new group, click this is selected, and now what we do, select all the layers below the design and up to yellow shape. By pressing shift, select all these things and drag this with the left mouse, drag this and drop in group. Okay, now see, these are all layers within the group. Select this arrow mark. Now see, your all layers insert in a group. Group is just like a briefcase, and these are the documents, loose papers, you are insert in a group. Okay, so if you want to edit anything, suppose this you want to edit, click on this, automatically it is opening. And if you want to give any correction, you can give correction. Correction means what? As per client requirement, if you want to decrease the size or increase the size, you can decrease or increase. Okay, the same way, if you want to change the color here, double click on that and give any color. Okay, so after adding all the corrections, again you can close this button here and give the name here page 1. This is page 1 and lock. See, in brochure your first page is completed. Okay, and if you want, you can close the visibility of this. So visibility of the layer, suppose these are all the eye symbols are there. Suppose if you don't want to see all these things when you design, right, to avoid confusion, suppose you are working on this text design, your focus will be on only on this, but other layers no need to see, right? So then, except the text, other layers you can switch off the eye symbol. See, now you can focus only on that. You can edit as per the client requirements. So again, you on this one, these layers are visible. Okay, sometimes what will happen, accidentally we give the right click and we on the isolate layers. See, when you click on the isolate button, your all the layers are not visible, not showing. Your layer panel is not visible, not showing anything. Okay, so accidentally what you did, you clicked on the isolate layers. Now uncheck this one. By clicking on that, your layers are now visible, all the layers, right? These are isolate layers. Okay, now close this button here and lock this one. Now see, you cannot move or edit anything because your page is locked, and even switch off the visibility of this one eye. Now over on that, create a new layer and start doing second page of the some design like a brochure and all. So you can create so many layers. Suppose here in this you have some photographs and text, textures, patterns, whatever, all these things are there, right? Okay, right now this not required, so I'm deleting this. Okay, unlock this one. Suppose what will happen if you delete this one, this whole the bag or your folder. I'm ready to delete button. Here it is showing what, group and contents. Suppose delete the group page 1 and its contents, or delete only the group. So group and contents, or group only, or cancel. Suppose if you apply group and contents, what will happen? Your group deleted and inside the content also gone. So Ctrl Z I'm using. Now I want to delete again, delete, and this time group only. So group only means only this bag only will remove, group only. Now see, group gone, and inside the layers, your design layers are visible, right? Okay. So these are adding your layers into a folder. Okay, next what will happen, suppose these layers are creating unlimited layers. With the adding so many layers, what is the benefit and a loss? Suppose when you create so many layers, this is very helpful to uh, edit your documents. Okay, but it takes the a file size more bigger, because 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 items are there, and sometimes we apply filters, effects, blend modes, masking, layer styles, layer blends. So by adding all these things for the so many layers, automatically your file size get increased. Okay, suppose I'll show you practically what I'll do. First try to merge these layers. I'll show you. Before merging all these layers, I want to take the duplicate of this document. So this is the document, right? So this whole document I want to take as a duplicate. Where to take duplicate? From image menu, there is a duplicate. Click on this. Give the name for the duplicate. I am giving example. Example. Okay. Example given, right? So this is your example one, and this is the new one. For the new one, I want to save as. I'm giving with layers. Okay, and saving on desktop with layers. Save. Okay, and suppose here, for example one, I'm saving this. Save as example without layers. Without example with merger. Example with the merge layers. Example with the merge layers. Okay, and this is with the layers, not merged. Okay, so I'll show you the difference between these two. Okay, with layers, first I already selected this one, and I'm saving as a copy, the same name with layers copy. This time I want to save as a JPEG image. Okay, about this file formats JPEG and PSD, I'll explain the coming classes. So there is a separate class on file formats. Right now JPEG means Joint Photographers Expert Group. It is a JPEG picture based format. So in this format your all layers will merge and will compress all your picture information and takes the less file size, right? JPEG I'm choosing. Okay, save. Here in saving quality, it is asking low quality or medium quality, high quality or maximum. For timing I'm using high quality, maximum, and say okay. And here what I'll do here, I want to merge all these layers. Okay, suppose from design to yellow shape by using shift on keyboard. I'm selecting all these layers, right click here, okay, showing merge layers, control E, merge layers. Now see, all your layers are merged, okay. So the benefit is what? Suppose you'll get the less file size, but the editing you face problem, editing time. Suppose in this time your client asked you to decrease the size of this picture, particularly red, or want to change this design color, you cannot change now because this design and these are merged into each other. These are merged into each other. You cannot find these individually because all became one. That is the main drawback of the merging layers, editing problem, right? You cannot do anything, right? So but because you are still in Photoshop program, your software is open now, okay, still you are in Photoshop, so instantly you can apply Control Z, so automatically your all merged layers are again showing because you are still in Photoshop, because your Photoshop is not closed. When you close here, your Control Z sir won't work. Okay, now what I'll do, again select from design, I'm using shift on keyboard, from design to here the yellow shape, right click and use merge visible. So when you merge visible, this white black this white sheet also merging, see, merge visible. Now see, your white sheet also merged with the objects, okay. So again I'm using Control Z, okay. Now what I'll do, from design to yellow pages, I'm using shift and right click here. This time I'm using flatten image. What is the difference, this flatten image? Now see, you're already all the layers are merged and locked, right? So now I want to save this as a JPEG. Save a copy, and this time I'm choosing JPEG, okay. Saved, okay. Now I want to close these documents, this one, and asking to save this one. Yes, save, because PSD not yet saved, okay. And here with layers, save this one, yes. Now see the difference. What is the difference? The first one is with layers and merged layers, okay. Check the file size. I'll see the file size. Place the cursor here. It is showing 11.8 MB. PSD, this is called what? Post Photoshop document. PSD layer. It is with layers. Individually layers are there inside, and keep the cursor here, and now see the same Photoshop document but merged layers showing 5.81 MB. That means what? Half of the size reduced, because here your all layers are merged. Your benefit is you'll get the less file size. It's very easy to carry by pen drive or whatever, okay. So it is very easy to move and open and close because less file size it has. But here 11.8 it is. So I'll check first this one, and these are the JPEG images 1.75 and this is a 1.75, because this is our what, the both uh, merged layers and with layers, but here I saved in JPEG group, joint photograph expert group. So our layers are merged within the photograph and showing the same file size, but here with layers this is selected and merged layers. Double click on the merged layers and open your document, and supposing it is really tough to edit this one, because it is become one pic, and even you can apply the Control Z. Your layers are not showing because it is already previously closed this one and opened. Okay, what will happen? Suppose if I click with layers, double click on this. Now see, your layers are there. Suppose you want to change color here, double click here and change any color, required color, right? So whatever the color you want, you can change the color. Okay, yes, and this you can move here, here, here. It's very easy because your layers are there, right? It is the benefit with the layers. And last is you'll get the more file size, and with the merged one the benefit is what, less file size it has, but you cannot work in this, right? So these are the very important things about layers, right? What we called created layers and naming layers, arranging layers, arranged, linking layers, merging layers, creating folders and adding layers in folders, right? So today I covered all the information about layers. The next class I'll explain other things. Okay, thank you.